after her injury. That's her first win back, in fact. She's taking on Wang Zhi Yi, and the winner of that match will play the winner of the match we're about to watch. Heibing Zhao, Zhang Yiman, Han Yue, and Busanan Ombangramfan all still in the mix for quarterfinal spots from this part of the draw. Well, it's a great first match for these fans gathered at the Istora Senayan. And here come the players. Ohori and Wang Zhi Yi. Ohori with an amazing following, of course. The world number 16, Wang Zhi Yi, world number 10. Last time out, well, Wang Zhi Yi made the semi-finals here at the Indonesia Masters last year. Ohori was out in the first round, so she's already bettered her last year result.
I have red and black.
And looking at the head-to-head, Ohori with a 3-1 lead. That was last time they played at the Singapore Open, 2022.
This side, serve or receive? Service.
So with the sides picked and the coin tossed. So as we look at what they have done, of course, last year, a lot of quarterfinals for Ohori. She made the quarterfinals of the Asian Games, the Singapore Open. She also had a third place spot, the Australia and India. But first, Wang Zhi Yi, another gifted Chinese singles women's shuttler, third at the China Masters last year, second at the Arctic Open, quarterfinalist in Hong Kong, the World Championships, Korea, the German Open, Singapore Open, Malaysia Masters, and the All England. Greg, she was a perennial quarterfinalist last year.
Yeah, and what's funny is actually the last 11 tournaments she's played, 10 out of those she's lost to a fellow Chinese women's singles player.
It's hard. Yao Jiamin, who's been in fantastic form, was her first round opponent. And looking at Ohori, as I said, first or second round so far in 2024, but she did have, as I said, that quarterfinal at the Asian Games, Singapore Open, and a couple of good third spots as well. Both very talented players, and both benefiting, I think. Her first tournament result was against Lina Kjærsfeldt in round one. That was 70 minutes. But both are going to be benefiting from the fact that the women's singles division, Greg, has seen some withdrawals. Chen Yufei, Kani Yamaguchi, Carolina Marin as well. Our umpire, Helen Purnamasari for this one, and joined by our service judge, Robertus Tommy Oscariano. But a lot of withdrawals and a good chance for some of the other shuttlers.
Yeah, definitely. Women's singles is so kind of heavily dominated towards those top four players.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a chance now for some of these maybe slightly lower-ranked players to get a title under their belt and go to deep stages in the tournament.
Well, it's interesting what you said about how Wang Zhi Yi keeps losing to her fellow Chinese teammates. Of course, in the run to the Olympics, Chen Yufei is essentially a shoe-in by being world number 2. Heibing Zhao and Han Yue are the two next that are fighting. But Wang Zhi Yi, has she got an outside chance, or?
I think it might be difficult for her, as you said. Heibing Zhao is definitely in the mix. But yeah, it's very competitive amongst them.
And it's a shame, really, that that China can't take like 5 or 6 of them, because they have 5 or 6 really talented shuttlers in pretty much every discipline. But the Paris Olympics, and the Olympics, only allows the top 2.
Yeah, and that's if they get top 2 in the top 16, I believe, in singles. In the doubles events, it's 2 inside the top 8.
All right, and of course it's kind of the same for Japan as well. Yamaguchi, I'm sure, is the shoe-in there, but Ohori definitely is going to be on the outside of that. Now, looking at this match, you'd have to say that, well, let's just let Helen Purnamasari get us underway.
Ohori, Japan. And on my left, Wang Zhi Yi, China. Ohori to serve. Low ball. Play.
So as I was saying, world number 10, Wang Zhi Yi, 8th seed against world number 16, Ohori. Wang Zhi Yi would, in your mind, be the favorite for this?
Yeah, definitely. Even though actually a 3-1 head-to-head in favor of Ohori.
Yeah, but I think that's probably from way back in the day.
It is, yes. The last time they played was 2022, where Wang Zhi Yi actually won. So, in recent years, yes, she would definitely
picked up.
deem her to be the favourite.
Well, we already saw in that first match where the wind is blowing, and it was significant. That's the thing. In some arenas, it is marginal. In some arenas we've been in, of course, it's almost like a cyclone blowing around. And that was the case at the Malaysia Open. But it's going to be interesting to see Ohori now, of course, playing on that slightly better side of the court.
Yeah, definitely from that mixed doubles we've just watched, we would deem that to be the better side. And interestingly, Wang Zhi Yi actually chose this side to start on.
Yeah.
In the coin toss.
And I guess with the singles game, we're probably going to get a better read on the backcourt, exactly that, on exactly where it's going long, top or bottom. I think that was a straight-up mistake. But when you were playing this week, you didn't see any long drift off the back lines?
Not significantly, but it can change from day to day.
Yeah.
Generally, the flat lifts will fly out, but if you put it up really high, let the kind of aircon take over, then it slows down a lot.
The aircon give you that little boost.
Yeah, I mean, what a start here from Ohori.
I know, I was just about to say, Ohori with a 5-love start. Wang Zhi Yi still trying to settle into a rhythm, but Ohori has been there at every turn. Using that power well, that drift, look at that. I mean, that's bend it like Zhi Yi.
1-5.
If you ever needed proof on that drift, ladies and gentlemen, that's the shot right there. So 1-5 and on the board. There's a good pace to this match so far. Ohori making sure of that. And the mistake might come from her, but right now, Ohori has started and she wants to keep the tempo of this match very fast.
Yeah, both incredible athletes, and the speed at which they're moving the shuttle around the court, to all four corners of the court here, is very impressive.
Well, for a singles match, 7 points in 3 minutes. That's almost a doubles rate, really. No significantly long rallies. Oh, just wide.
3-5.
Ohori, this is, of course, off-court, has an absolutely phenomenal following in Japan. She's almost got like a pop star following.
Yeah?
Yeah. Poster girl, absolute poster girl. And in fact, in an earlier part of her career, people were wondering whether that's going to eclipse what she does on court. But as I said, she's a very focused athlete. She really puts the work in.
Yeah, as with many of the other Japanese, I've seen them in the training halls.
Yeah, renowned for that, in fact, playing out the game. On that note, a lot of them actually have also withdrawn. Matsuyama and Shida in the women's doubles, Matsumoto and Nagahara that picked up their first title in India in about a year and a half, I think. It was very good for them, former world number ones.
7-4.
They've also withdrawn. Perfectly within the rules to do that, of course, for these top players. They're required to play 4 Super 1000s if you're top 15 and top 10 in doubles, 6 Super 750s and 2 Super 500s. and I'm guessing as many Super 100s and 300s as your body can cope with.
Yeah.
5-7.
In this Olympic qualifying period, you'll see lots of the players probably playing more tournaments than they would normally do.
Yeah. But I'm guessing that's, I mean, while we look at these opening points, I'm guessing that's why some of the big name withdrawals have happened this week, because it is with light towards that Paris qualification. You don't really want to, if you've ensured your place, you don't really want to overcommit your body.
You don't want to, yeah.
So we've got a first challenge here.
Yeah, I think that was actually on the line.
Well,
I'm looking at it, looking at the court right down the line.
Yeah, we've got a good view from up here in our commentary perch, but it's never going to be as close as Hawkeye. Look at that.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge.
Amani, my eyes testing.
No, no. If you had Hawkeye eyes, you'd be an eagle. Well, you'd be a hawk. No, unfortunately, sometimes those feathers can really kind of distract your eye. So 6-7, and Ohori just having to tweak her aiming system a little bit, especially mid-court, left and right. That's a nice little drop into front court.
Yeah, she's won a lot of points so far in this game by that deception into that corner. Really reaching up to the shuttle early and then just looking like she's going to lift it and then playing a soft net shot.
She is a deceptive player indeed.
I really like that shot.
Yeah, that's a beautiful shot. Just takes it at the apex. Hardly adding any power to it. Great stuff from Ohori so far. 9-6 as we approach the first mid-game interval. And just a little bit too delicate on that one.
7-9.
Little bit out of position for Ohori. Trying to regain control of it, and she does.
Yeah, once again, really early into the backhand net there. With a little bit, it's very subtle, but a little bit of a hold. Yeah. It just makes Wang Zhi Yi have to pause a little moment.
That tiny bit holding, a bit of deception. And she's managing it well. There's good returns from the backhand side, good winner from Wang Zhi Yi.
And that's where I'd expect Wang Zhi Yi to kind of prevail in this match, is playing at a slightly higher pace and being able to find opportunities to hit those winning shots.
Yeah. Ohori again asking some difficult questions, changing up front court to back court very well.
Yes, using that slice very nicely.
It's in.
It's a fantastic shot.
It's a brilliant shot.
Especially after using two slice drop shots earlier on in the rally. She then puts in a punch clear with the same technique.
So, 11-8 at the break.
game.
So back on court, second phase, game 1. And it's been a fascinating affair so far between Wang Zhi Yi and Ohori. Nice drop into front court.
Wang Zhi Yi giving Ohori a bit of a taste of her own medicine there with the deceptive net shots.
I think that might just have to be what she has to plan to do. I mean, if not, Ohori has said he's going to keep coming. Now that is something new that, well, relatively new that I've seen from Ohori. This sudden aggression, moving forward, trying to kill the point, being a bit more incisive.
Yeah.
That's something that she's brought to a game recently, because she used to be far more of a kind of play out the rally, use the deception.
And I think it's helping her so far in this game, being on the better side of the court. So the shuttle's coming onto the racket nicely, not holding up. And actually, Wang Zhi Yi is not being very unpredictable. Great net exchange there, because she's only lifting into Ohori's round the head corner,
right
into the far left corner as we look at it. Because of the drift, she doesn't want to lift into her forehand corner.
Right, so she's playing generally more towards the left side, yeah.
Every lift so far has been in that corner, really. And if I was Wang Zhi Yi, I'd kind of tried to stop lifting.
Well, that one's been called out as well, and it's another challenge coming. It's again very close.
I think that might be a wasteful challenge. I definitely saw that out.
50-50.
Definitely.
Let's see. Second challenge for Ohori on this side.
That was like a hopeful, oh, I think I've played a good shot challenge.
Yeah, absolutely. As out as it could be.
Sometimes when you play such a good shot, you're almost like convince yourself it's in.
Delusional.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys are under loads of pressure. That's the thing when you're on court. All these spotlights and fans. Oh, Wang Zhi Yi trying to be a little bit more incisive herself, controlling this rally.
Yeah, I feel like she's got more control in the match now. But stick away from that corner.
Ohori definitely on the reactive. Oh, that's beautifully done. And that's gone out as well. So she's still having trouble on that side. She only gets 2 challenges. That's the thing.
Yeah, I mean, she's out of challenges now.
The amount of shots that she's wanted to challenge on that side, as opposed to the amount of challenge she's got. But she actually did well there, because what she's been doing, she was trapped in what Wang Zhi Yi was doing, and trying to play a transitional defensive shot and try and get that attacking advantage back. 12 all. Just out. Again, jumping in.
Great survival defense there from Wang Zhi Yi.
And that's gone long. So the unforced error count beginning to play a factor for Ohori. For all that great work that she's been doing, just lets it slip. As we said, from the better side of the court. Be interesting to see what Wang Zhi Yi is going to do in the second game. For me, it's essentially whichever side of the court you're on, because you do switch, you've got to make the best of that side. Absolutely. And try and get as many points as possible.
Sometimes that can create tension in itself.
Yeah.
I'm on the better side, I need to be winning here.
Yeah, absolutely. So you can play both ways.
13, Wang Zhi Yi. You don't shoot before the line just finish decision.
But however it is played out, it is 14-13, Wang Zhi Yi has moved ahead for the first time in this first game. Remember, she was 5 love down off the start. No, she's misread that. No, she's going to be lucky if this one comes through.
Challenges, call in.
Well, so many challenges, it's almost turning into a video game.
3 already.
I think she's going to be lucky with this one. This looked like it was
Well, she's already given the shuttle back.
yeah, not just in.
Challenge
Bang on the money.
1 challenge remaining. Service over. 14-all. Play.
Well, again, playing to the backhand side. Ohori opting for that round the head. Oh, massive indecision.
Yeah, maybe the left to right drift as we're looking at it has kept that shuttle in once again. Misjudgment there.
Just can't afford to have a double take like that. Yeah, she definitely thought it was moving in the air. So, 15-14. Again, playing into that backhand side, this time, bit long.
Service over. 15-all.
Crucial stage of this game now.
Absolutely. Snap back return by Wang Zhi Yi.
Service over. 16-15.
One was again into that backhand side. This time it comes back with so much venom that Ohori was rooted to the court. Couldn't do anything about that one. So for only the second time in this first game, Wang Zhi Yi again ahead. Now with a first lead.
17-15.
Yeah, he's just coming good when it matters.
Yep.
I think it feels like Ohori's not able to maintain this speed of rallies whilst also not making mistakes.
Definitely started a lot more brighter and has kind of faded a tiny bit.
Play.
A little bit out of position for Ohori. On the back foot now.
Great defense and agility to get up straight away.
Yeah. Good spatial awareness as well. And now she seems back on her feet, literally. And that's a good return. Straight to the feet, straight to the court floor.
Yeah, Wang Zhi Yi's done something that she was doing a bit too much, in my opinion, in the early stages of this game, was lifting and giving Ohori time in that round of her corner, and she's reverted back to it there.
Yeah, she was definitely a little bit more effective when it was downward angle, coming in with a lot more incisive kind of drives and smashes into mid-court. And that's in fact how she managed to get her first lead. Again, don't forget, she was 5 love down at the start of this match.
Yeah.
She's pulled that again.
There's just the unforced errors creeping in.
Are you that kind of player, Greg, to be honest with me? If a shot doesn't go right on the left side, are you going to keep pegging that shot until it goes right?
No, I would probably do something different, unless that's the only
You're
way.
a practical guy. That's what it is. Because you're right. I mean, I can see though how that kind of situation will start playing on the mind, because you practice that shot so much. that you expected to go in. And definitely, Ohori's been favouring on, as we look at it, the left side, of course, her right side. And she hasn't been getting much reward from that. With a 3-point difference in the score, I can think of at least 3 of those shots that went wide. There's another one. This one's in.
That's a great shot.
Service over. 17.
But yeah, that's definitely the difference in this game so far.
Yeah, those are. I mean, she's made more than 3 mistakes. It has to be said, in all honesty. But those 3 could have been different. It could have been different shots. It's gone long. So 3 game points
Service
for Wang Zhi Yi.
over. 20. Game point 17.
Talking of all China players, He Bingjiao versus Zhang Yiman on court 2.
Yes, it's five Chinese women's singles players in the top half of the draw.
Service over.
None in the bottom half.
18. 20.
I was speaking to He Bingjiao and she was saying it's always like this. It's the look of the draw.
But it's great because they train together as well, and you know, it's the level of skill that's on show is amazing. Such a deep squad China has. And that's gone out. So 21-18, and Wang Zhi Yi is turning around from a 5-love deficit at the start of this game to take the first game 21-18 in 22 minutes.
Second game, level play.
So, change of ends, get into the second game. And Wang Zhi Yi now is going to have all the benefits of that far side of the court. Ohori is going to have to work a little bit harder with that left to right drift. And immediately, Wang Zhi Yi wastes absolutely no time in getting to business. Well, how about that, Greg? Pushing Ohori around right from the off.
Yeah, it's a very fast-paced rally to start and show like good intentions at the start of this second game.
Yeah, statement of intent, exactly. Well, the Chinese singles coach, Mo Yigang, sure would have had a couple of words as to what she needs to do in the second game. Great effort from her in the first game after a spirited fight from Ohori in the early part of that game to overcome it and take the game win.
Yeah, it looks like she's kind of grown in confidence as this match has progressed, and she had quite a lot of court time yesterday in her first round match.
Well, that was nice. Deceptive drop by Ohori. It's given her the advantage, and she pushes on. Good winner.
Service over. 1-2.
Great attack.
So Gao Fangji or Michelle Lee, the rejuvenated Michelle Lee, are the possible opponents for these two ladies in the quarterfinals. Of course, Michelle Lee literally has come back from injury, and that was her first win in the first round of Indonesia Masters. And that's got to be a huge boost for someone that's been out of the game for months. Oh, nice net exchange. Oh, it was actually a really good return by Ohori just before then.
Service over.
Just here.
3-1.
And for a second it looked like Wang Zhi Yi might be able to kill it, but she still came back again.
Yeah, she's completely dominated that rally there, Wang Zhi Yi.
3-1. Again out of position, and an open court for Zhi Yi to aim for.
4-1.
Singles footwork is just so integral to success, and knowing how to move around the court. So it's very easy to spot when players are out of position. Just take that extra step too much. Another great winner, cross court this time by Zhi Yi. Oh, challenge.
No, I think
medical. No,
it looks like it.
Yeah, in fact, right hand would be medical, left hand is Hawkeye. So Ohori is looking for. Oh, correct me if I'm wrong, Greg. I can't see anything wrong with her.
No, I haven't.
Well, it's a knee problem by the looks of it. She's not so much in pain.
Maybe she just felt something push off on that defensive shot. I mean,
could be.
You can see there from that shot of her sitting down, she has a lot of strapping on. It's skin cord strapping, so it's quite difficult to tell. But there's a lot of strapping around that left knee, and
maybe just a cautionary thing. You've got some magic spray on there as well. That's at least going to numb it, but she seems to be moving fluidly enough.
5-1.
But hey, you've got to watch those things. I'm talking of women's singles, of course. An Se-young herself retired recently from the India Open just because she felt a little bit of a pang. The last thing you want to do is called aggravate existing injuries. Is that out?
Another challenge. I think there's another one where it's very close. From here it looked in, but
wow, this left side is really not being a friend right now.
The line judge is very busy.
Well, it's all happening right now by Ohori. Two challenges every game, so she's got a fresh stock. That's beautiful.
Yes, I thought so.
Absolutely on the
Correction in.
That prevented a 6-1 deficit.
2-5.
There's the difference between 6-1 and 5-2.
That magic spray maybe helped.
It always does, right? It always does. And now it's worn off.
Yeah.
Service over. 6-2.
Well, she tried to avoid 6-1, and she got 6-2. Wang Zhi Yi still with a good buffer here. Nice variation from Zhi Yi. Forced into the lift.
It's a beautiful rally.
It's a great rally. Ohori just slightly ahead in terms of asking questions, and that is going to work out well for her. Played out that rally well.
3-6.
I was watching her knee in the whole of that rally, and I think she's moving pretty well. There didn't look like any sort of grimace in any of the movements.
It's weird because it looked like it was the top knee, but there's actually a lot of strapping down near the ankle as well on that left leg. As we said, only she will know whether she's aggravating or not. That's very wide.
Yeah, that's brave there.
Service
With the drift, the sideways drift.
That's a risky play to be firing into the wind like that. Just wide. Good idea. That's been working well for her, that little defensive drop. Not this time. So 8-3. And Wang Zhi Yi with a fantastic opportunity to take away the mid-game interval in the second. Well left. Well, certainly in terms of the unforced error count, Wang Zhi Yi has been far more compact.
Yeah, a lot less indeed. And I think she's also moving at a slightly higher pace now as well. Pushing out Ohori. I really think she needs to get a run of points now here before this 11 interval.
Yeah. Or at least find another way in. The deceptions that she was using to great effect the early part of game one. Well, there's a mistake from Wang Zhi Yi.
That's better intent.
Yeah. Have been countered somewhat by Wang Zhi Yi.
It's so interesting in this match so far. We've barely seen any net shots. Everything has been pushing. Both. It seems like the tactics from both players is to try and almost play shots and move each other around past the service line, the front service line.
And look for the flanks and look for corridors down the sides, which hasn't been working out. That's another one, Wang Zhi Yi, that's gone begging. Interestingly enough, Wang Zhi Yi seems to be missing, if she does, in the exact same spot that Ohori was missing on this left side. There might be some phantom little gust of wind down there.
And that's actually, I was just saying about the next shots. That's the first time I've seen really anyone go for one. And she missed, so maybe it's not going to happen again.
It was a theory that would have worked.
Another one. They've heard me.
I wouldn't be surprised if they had AirPods or something in there and checking out the commentary. Well done, ladies, for what you're doing, if you are listening. So, 11-8, and Wang Zhi Yi is looking good right now in this match.
Players back on court. Ohori back on court. 11-6.
15-6.
Play. Service over. 7-11.
So, into the second phase of game 2, and Wang Zhi Yi on the, well, we'll say the more solid and compact side of the court.
Service over. 12-7.
There's a clever little over the top there. The Ohori really wasn't expecting.
Yep, she's definitely looking a bit more concerned, as she should be.
Yeah.
That's good, incisive, dominant, emphatic,
14,
and all
7.
other words similar to that. That was good from Wang Zhi Yi. As soon as she had that opportunity. 13-7. And unless Ohori comes up with, well, a very solid way of breaking down Zhi Yi's play, then there is an air of inevitability of where this is going right now. Essentially, these next 5 points is the platform and canvas that Ohori has to work with.
Yep, now's the time to push.
Exactly. Ooh.
Service over.
She's got to push effectively.
14-8.
She's got to push with 0 errors as well.
Yeah, Wang Zhi Yi is not going to make it easy for her.
Absolutely not, yeah.
And that's sometimes difficult when you're in that mindset, when she's not moving as fast as she was at the opening start of this match.
Well, I wonder if that's got anything to do with that phantom medical call-up that came up. I mean, we may not see the kind of pain, but if there is a lack of mobility in that left leg, that might be why.
Yeah. At this level, if you're just 5% off your maximum speed, that's a huge difference.
Right, right.
So you're taking shots a fraction later, and then you feel like you can't play what you would normally play. And especially against a player of this quality, like shots there.
Certainly that looked when she was lunging for that. Just now you'll see it. And that she kind of stopped lunging halfway. So Wang Zhi Yi 16-8. Getting up a bit gingerly. But if it is a lack of mobility, then it is very, very slight, because she is still looking like she's free of pain, and that's important.
It's a great stick smash.
Yeah, wonderful.
17,
Very short,
8.
crisp action. With pinpoint accuracy. Absolutely 0 follow through.
That was nice play by Ohori. A little bit flat from Wang Zhi Yi.
9-17.
Yeah, but for me, Wang Zhi Yi still looks like the fresher player now.
So no significant problems for her right now. Just cruising this one. She's pushed that wide, and she knows it.
Yeah. She needs to keep focused, though.
17.
Yeah, complacency is the one thing that will kill you in this game. Can't take your eye off that shuttle. Oh, nice cut shot by Wang Zhi Yi.
Yeah, she's won quite a lot of points with that reverse slice
10.
from her round the head corner, Wang Zhi Yi. Very nice technique.
Yeah.
Looks exactly the same as the straight shots.
Well, that's the thing, right? I mean, you're never going to know as your opponent which one's coming.
And maybe Ohori's, that's her kind of weakest area in terms of her movement, if she's struggling with the knee.
Yeah. Certainly, Ohori is relying a lot more on the shots than the legs.
Over. 11-18.
That is out. That's worked out well for her. Oh, that was nice weight on that drop shot.
Perfect next shot. The ability to move at speed and then just hit it
And
with
then just kill it, yeah.
precision. Should you apologise for that, do you think?
I don't know. I mean,
She
it's...
practices that day in, day out.
Yeah, as I said, to me, net apologies and also apologies for hitting you straight in the face with a shuttle. I think it's just polite courtesy, really.
Yeah.
It's good. It's you know, it's good for sport.
Service over.
Yeah, they planned it.
19-12.
But they even plan the body shots.
The only one that was unplanned, I think, was with Aaron Chia last week. He got hit in the eye. And that was men's doubles, and that looked pretty serious. But I think generally the ones that are planned, are under the shoulder and you know, easy to apologize for.
Match point.
But there's no
12.
doubting, if she gets 8 match points here, there's no doubting that it's an effective technique. You know, a body shot's the most difficult to retrieve, awkward in terms of body defense. 8 match points. I'm guessing she's going to need a maximum of 2. No, she needs 1. It's a mistake by Ohori. And in 42 minutes, Wang Zhi Yi has come through to the quarterfinals. 21-18, 21-12. And will face either Gao Fangji or Michelle Li.
That
match, of course, will be happening a little bit later on today.
21-12.
Good setup once again by Wang Zhi Yi, and Ohori just off by a couple of inches on the return, but that's enough to seal the win. So good comprehensive output from Wang Zhi Yi, and said 43 minutes, 21-18, 21-12. She's into the quarters. So moving on here in court 1, and up next is the women's doubles. John Kolfan, Kitty Tarakul and Rawinda Prajongjai, the number 6 seeded Thai pair against Gabriela and Stefani Stoeva from Bulgaria.